On April Fool's Day 2010, popular website FunnyOrDie.com underwent a makeover with a little help from Justin Bieber. The 16-year-old singer showed the world he doesn't take life too seriously.
It's Justin Bieber, and I've taken over Funny or Die. It's mine. I bought it. And now it's Bieber or die. Anything that's not Bieber dies.
Justin has a sense of humor about himself.
Sometimes I don't feel like walking, so I make enormous people carry me around. Let's go get a lollipop.
I think the Funny or Die videos were really quite funny.
I'm a star. I do what stars do. I ride on yachts, I autograph lady lumps, and I pay people to slap them.
He has the personality for it.
So remember, this is Bieber's world. You're just living in it. Bieber or die.
Justin is a prankster, man. He'll call my phone all times of night. It'll be 4 o'clock in the morning. He'll be screaming like a girl. Man, please fix all shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Justin, stop playing, man.
We even get those calls in the middle of the night trying to pretend he's somebody else, but then a few minutes later your phone back and say, "Hi, Grandpa," so you know who he was and made you that screaming call.
But Justin was the perfect gentleman when he accepted an invitation from President Obama in the spring of 2010.
Being at the White House, it was crazy. It was an Easter egg roll, so there was a lot of kids there, a lot of families, and security there is very tight. Very tight.
Performing for the President of the United States was definitely one of the top things that I've done.
Justin just met the president for the 3rd time. Who does that? You know?
Me?
Bieber also got a crack at another high-profile gig, Saturday Night Live.
Justin's trajectory has been unprecedented. He was on SNL, and not only did he perform, but he also was in a very memorable skit with Tina Fey.
I bet these tests were a pain to grade. Hope you didn't lose your whole evening. Oh well, back to learning.
Now see, that young man makes me feel like I'm doing a good job. Plus, his smile is like watching a baby bunny sniff a tiny flower. If I had to choose, I would have to say he was my favorite student. Ever. Ever. Maybe one of my favorite people anywhere.
Every Bieber move got maximum attention, both good and bad.
He's a typical teenager, so he pushes his boundaries.
At 15, 16, nobody can tell you anything. You think you're the man. Having this type of recognition and success, that's a lot to balance.
I'm just like a nice boy, you know. I get into trouble sometimes, but overall I'm just a good kid.
Even with the constant scrutiny, there are some parts of Justin's life that the fans never see.
He doesn't want to leave home sometimes when he gets here, but I just tell him he's on a journey. It's the best thing he can do. Is just work at it and work hard.
But there's one time he was really missing his friends and was going through a tough time with that. And Usher talked to him and said, look, when I was doing this, I didn't have Twitter. I was sending postcards. You know, I was using a payphone. But you're still getting to see their face, talk to them, thanks to technology. I didn't have that.
You know, there's a great reward in it, but there's also a great sacrifice. That sacrifice is you may not necessarily have the time to just hang out with your friends as much. Think about it this way. You can go home and hang out with them, or you can see the entire world, have a great time, have a great experience, and be able to achieve what you ultimately set out for.
Usher's kind of like my mentor now, telling me what roads to take and how to better my career.
And I told him, I'm here because I'm not only someone you're in business with, I'm someone who loves you. I'm someone who wants to make sure that this business does not consume you.
He's said to stay humble, keep my family first, because, you know, sometimes the business can get shady and your family's the only one that has your best interest at heart.
The business has robbed many, many, many artists of that childhood experience. I don't want him to lose that.
One thing Justin's gonna have to give up for sure, his squeaky voice.
When I was 13, I had my first son. There was nobody compared to my baby, and nobody can win this up.
Every boy goes through puberty. He's going through it really gradually. So far, he's been able to sing through it, and he hasn't lost it and have to retrain his voice.
I lost my voice completely. If there's one thing that I'm excellent at, is managing that process.
Mama Jan was brought in to save Usher's voice and get it back for him. he was like, we got to get him with Mama Jan, so when he goes through this process, he never experiences what I did.
At 16, he is still going to grow and change very much with his voice, and probably won't have his real man voice until he's about 20 or 21. There's going to be times coming up where his voice may crack, and there's nothing that he can do about that other than be in the moment, live with it, and move past it, the same way that Usher had to do.
I'm gonna get a deeper tone and everything is gonna be different. And you know, I'm just gonna have to work. I got the best vocal coach in the world.
It's a secret information. This is how much Justin Bieber has grown since I started working with him. It's been about, 3 inches, 3.5 inches? So that's how much he's grown because he's working with me.
At this point, his voice has changed enough that we know where it's going to go. I'll put it that way. Justin Bieber is going to be singing for a very, very long time.
Yes, he is.
On June 23rd, 2010, Justin kicked off the U.S. leg of his international headlining tour.
Touring is something that, you know, I really love. I love performing for my fans, and it's, you know, gives me energy.
He's a small town kid who did it and will continue to do it. Kids, adults, everybody wants to hear a story that makes them believe in something.
We're very proud of him, and where he goes, we will be with him.
As long as Justin continues to be a student of the game, he's going to naturally evolve to be what would be one of the biggest artists of this time. I love you, man. Be great. Be iconic.
As he matures and grows and sees the different parts of the world that are hurting, I see him look for opportunities of how God can use him, singing songs that bring hope and meaning and light and inspiration. And so, as a mom, that's what I hope for him, and I believe that I put those values in him.
I'm really just amazed that I've gotten to do such amazing things. But at the end of the day, you have to keep God first and remember that you're doing it for Him.